Hey, what'd you say, Nora? A what? Come see, tell me.
A
Look at me. What do you want?
motorcycle.
Just talk to Pops.
Motorcycle.
You want a pink motorcycle? Should we start working on your pink motorcycle? Hey, are you ready to work on your pink motorcycle?
Yeah.
Yeah? Are you gonna help me? Okay, high five. Pow! You want me to go get all the pieces and parts for your pink motorcycle? Yeah?
Help.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Motorcycle Rewind. And as you guessed it by the clip you just saw, today we're working on pink motorcycles. More importantly, Honda mini trails. A whole bunch of them. Guys, yes, it is Z50 Mini Trail Mania. That's what we're about to get into. We not only have 1, 2, 3 to put together, because if you're building one, you might as well build 3. So that's what we're going to do. And I've got 4 engines to make 2 good ones. This engine over here is good. All the various pieces and parts, and we'll go through this treasure trove of stuff that we have and what we're doing here. So last year at Barber Vintage Fest, our neighbor at the swap meet, Nathan, had a Z50 graveyard. So it's probably 15, 20 engines, frames, you name it, all in pieces and parts like we're looking at here. Whole bunch of stuff. And I'm wandering through it one afternoon, and he goes, "So do you want a mini trail?" And I said, "No, but you know, I think I've got a deal for you." I said, "If you give me enough parts to make 2, I'll bring you back 1. That's what that one is. This one will be Nathan's that we're going to put together. And by doing that, my granddaughter ends up with her own mini trail because she already has to compete with her brother's Kawasaki MT1. And then this one is a buddy of mine, Tracy's, that has been in his life for most of it. And we'll get him to tell more of the story in a later episode, but a little summary of it. A friend of his dad was a pilot and brought this mini trail back from Japan. And then it was his friends, it ended up at Tracy's, and it ended up Tracy's brother had it, and then it just ended up in a barn. But we have loads of stuff. And this is just some of the pieces and parts. I still have more up in the attic. I went through the other day with when Jackson and Nora were here, and we started rummaging through it and trying to pick out what pieces and parts we needed to be able to put this back together. Like, look, you can see we have all these extra forks, and I've got these out because I need these. Now, let me pause really quickly. I want to be very, very clear in what I'm about to say is I am not building a correct mini trail. Let's be 100% clear on that. And what I mean by that is I'm not building it, I'm not going through the book, meaning this book right here, and going through it. And if you're into mini trails, you know, and then it tells you exactly what is what for each one. What's the difference between each one? That's not what I'm doing. I am not building a concourse restoration. I am building a pink and white mini trail for my granddaughter. That's going to have a flowered seat, and it may have a basket out front, but it is not going to be a correct mini trail. And I was saying that because I know that we did the research on these, and based on the frame number, this is a 70 to 71, I believe a K2. And both of these are the same. They're both K2s. This we know is an early tank. And so this happens to be the correct tank that has the mini trail badge on it. We know that this is correct because they were both spray bombed at the same time. The original plan was to try to have this done for her for Christmas. It just wasn't going to work for a whole bunch of reasons. And now it's even better because now every time we come out here into the garage, she says, over and over and over again. And that's why we're doing it. So the first step is trying to eliminate some things, and a couple of things that I'm going to want to do. First thing is I want to get the tires put on the wheels so I can then start putting the hubs, so I can start building all that, so I can then turn this into a roller. So today we're going to go ahead and sort through some of this stuff. We'll clean up these and we'll paint them. Hopefully get them mounted. We've got hubs here. I think I have some more. Yeah, I have some more around. And we'll start getting that, hopefully turn this guy into a roller. We do have a, it's kind of funny, guys. We do have a box of axles here. And then we're gonna tear this thing down and strip it. I'm gonna sandblast it, paint it. We've got to take the seat apart. I have a new cover coming because we're going to have my daughter paint the flowers on the seat. And this seat is in pretty decent shape. It's not awful. We'll do any repairs on it that we have to do. We'll clean it up really good. It may have a few cracks in it, but it's not going to be anything crazy. And if we need to find another one over time, we can, but we're just going to be able to cover this one. I know nothing about these, but I know that the engines are super simple. And I haven't built a 50 per se, but I've done a 90 and a 70 and all that other stuff. So what's the difference? It's pretty simple. The good thing is that this is the engine we're using, that we're planning to use, and it already, let me put you up somewhere, it does turn over. But again, I think most of these engines turn over. That one does. I'll have to look back at, I can't remember if all of them do or which ones do and which ones don't. We know that we have some that do. This one goes to Nathan's bike, and then we'll figure out what it is. We'll pull this apart and see if we can see what the pistons look like. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do first is just get these guys cleaning up. The other thing that I need to do is I definitely need to do this seat because we're going with a white cover, and then my daughter's going to paint on it. This is the same daughter that painted this tank. That is so she's doing all the artwork on it. But I need to be able to pull this cover off, pull the foam off, and then clean and paint the seat pan, just so it's really good, so I don't have to worry about it after, and let that dry, because the seat, hopefully that cover will be here by the end of this week, and then we can go from there. So let's quit talking, start working. Okay, let's go ahead and start wire wheeling these wheels. Oh, let me get this guy out of the way. Some of you guys may know what that's for. Something to show up in a later video, but if you know, you know. That's all I'm going to tell you. Little Easter egg. Put your guesses down below. Now let's go ahead and knock this out. I just have a little wire brush. One down. Here we go. Because thankfully this one's pretty good. Paint it and see if it matches. And you know what, if it doesn't, it may just go on the back with a sprocket on front of it and you never notice it. Let's keep going. So we're just gonna knock out these other two and I'll get back to you in just a minute. Okay, some of you guys may know, I just noticed this when I saw this one had like it's keyed right here. None of the other ones have that. So if you know what it's for, go ahead and let me know in the comments. Okay, we have them all cleaned up. I'm gonna need to wipe them down. But before I do that, I'm gonna clean up this mess right here. So let me go ahead and knock this out. I'm trying to be better at cleaning up as I go. I'm really good at making a mess, but I'm trying to get better at cleaning up as I go. So let me know down below, are you a clean up as you go, or are you just mess it and then figure it out later? I just said I'm a clean up as you go, but look, there's a pile of stuff over here just off camera that you can't see. Oh, it's stuff that goes with this. So more of that in an upcoming episode. And speaking of upcoming episodes, it's May, and that means there's a video every day at noon Central Time. So check them out. Tell a friend. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and the notification so you don't miss out on any of them. Okay, let's go outside to our paint booth. Don't pay any attention to that. Got our paint booth. I went ahead and put one coat on the back side of these wheels with this rust barrier, just because they had a little bit of rust popping through, and I would rather do that than not. And so we're going to put a little bit on here too, just a light coat on here too, and then we'll be good to go. Okay, let's go ahead and get this seat broken down so we can clean it up, paint underneath what we have to paint, and then be done with it. It's basically just getting, let me get you in here close. Basically all we have to do is pry these little guys up so we can get the seat on, the cover off. So let's get a screwdriver out and get to work. So the painstaking process of trying to get underneath these and pry them up. Restore old motorcycles, it's fun. I don't think they mentioned this. I think this wasn't in the brochure. Get a big one. That's what she said. Look at that. You just put it right there. Just comes right up. You have to be careful because if you give it too much, you're gonna snap them off. And I'm turning them all up just because they're gonna need to be turned all up anyway. Oh, that's nice. Okay, come on. Oh, I got one more holding me in right there. Maybe so. Yep. One more right there. Got it. Bob's your uncle. Let me know if Bob is your uncle. Okay. Oh, this one's been repaired already. Thank you very much. I love it. I like this seat even better because it's got the homemade repair. Let's take this sucker outside and clean it off a little bit. Okay guys, so we have our pressure washer set up that has the nozzle that feeds into the sandblasting media, and we're just going to go ahead and see if we can knock this out. Let's get a good look at what it looks like now and see if it makes any difference. There it goes. Make sure you wear safety glasses because this stuff comes back at you. There we go. It should be, oh, like I said, that's a whole lot better than what it was. Not too bad. We'll let it dry, then we'll hit it with some of that rust barrier, and then we'll prime it and paint it. Let me stick it in the sun. Well, let's see if we can do this frame too. Okay guys, so we have the seat painted with the duplicolor rust barrier. We ended up getting that done, and now we're just going to let it cook, and then we're going to coat it with some black Rust-Oleum once we finish, but we're just going to let this sit for now. Okay guys, we're going to start painting the wheels. We primed them, let them dry really good, and we're using this Honda Power Equipment touch-up paint, the Cloud Silver. I found that it's pretty close to what we're looking for, so we'll start with just a light coat. Maybe not with this can. Let's go get the other can. Starting to remember why I have two kind of half cans. Oh, that's much better. Okay, so I went ahead after I pressure washed it and put a coat of primer on, and I didn't do the forks yet because I'm not sure if I'm going with these forks yet. I've got other ones to choose from, so let me show you what else I did. Okay, so here we also got the wheels taken care of. For now, I need to do another coat on. I just ran out of this, so I'll order some. I also got the seat pan taken care of. It's all painted, just has to dry. And if it seems like how do I put this? If I may be working on weird things, or maybe not the order that you would do it in, because most of the time you work on these, you get them running first, right? You make sure that they work. And I haven't done that yet, because I pick up Nora and Jackson tomorrow after school, and I'd like for her to have something that kind of looks like a motorcycle. It doesn't have to have the engine, but if it's got a seat on it, if it's here, and it may be pink, that's what I'm kind of doing right now. I'm trying to get her to, okay, let's see, just so that she has, when she walks in here on Friday morning, and she goes, pink motorcycle. She'll see one. That's what I'm kind of working on. Tomorrow, the next video actually will be, I'll probably shoot this pink just for right now, and I'll probably paint that pink, and I'll measure where it should go. We'll sand that tank, paint it to where we'll be able to put it on, and we'll mount the tires so it'll look like a motorcycle, minus an engine, so that when she sees it, it's there. Then I can go ahead, make sure the engines work, because let's be honest, 2-year-old doesn't care if the engine works. She just wants to know what it's going to look like. And that's kind of what we're focused on right now. And then over the weekend, the next couple of days, we're going to start working and adding all these in and kind of moving them all in the same direction. But I'm just trying to get this guy, just trying to get Nora's bike looking more like a motorcycle for when she gets here. So guys, there you have it. Day one of Mini Trail Mania that we're going to be doing, building up all of these, and then maybe we'll build a race them. We'll have 3 of them, so we can definitely race them. Maybe we can ride them somewhere and have a herd of them going someplace. That's kind of what we're doing. Don't worry, this content's going to come quick because it's May. And in May, we do a video every single day. So just at noon every day, another video will come out. Guys, I want to thank you for watching yet another episode of Motorcycle Rewind. Do me a favor, like, tag, share, and follow us on Instagram at Motorcycle Rewind, and go and hit that subscribe button. Thanks again, guys, and have a great day.